Welcome to Goswick Lane. Get ready. Today, I'm going to share with you some things that I wish I would have known 10 years ago. That was 5 years before we actually got started in real estate. But I wish somebody would say, Shane, grab my hand. Let me show you some things that you don't know and you have no idea about. These are basic things for beginners, but this is what's going to help you get started. Hey, listen, taking action is what's going to help you get started. Here's some different investing strategies if you want to get started in real estate. So stay tuned. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Number one. So first off, real estate investing. What is real estate investing and what are some different strategies? Well, investing means you're putting your money into something and you're getting a return for something. So what that means to me, and other people may disagree with me, is that if you're investing in real estate, then you're going to buy something and hold it. Okay. It doesn't matter if you buy it new or you build it or you buy it in rehab. The holding and the revenue, the cash flow that it comes back to you from holding that asset is what investing is. We choose real estate because that's we just love it. Like behind me, this is a property that we'll be rehabbing soon. I mean, how cool, like this is gonna be an awesome place. This is a downtown loft that we're gonna do as an Airbnb. And it's just really cool. Like my wife and I love to see things that are almost at the point of demo and then bringing them back to life. So let's get started. You want to invest. The first thing is, how do you get in? How do you get in? You've never done a deal before. How do you get in? Do you need money? Do you need time? Do you need skills? What do you need? There was one thing that I said on a past video that I did with Brandon. If you haven't seen any of his videos, Brandon talks about basically becoming your own banker and using a proven concept to do that. Who loves going to the bank? If you've never done it before, you don't know yet. But if you have done it before, you know that going to a bank to get a loan is a pretty intense process. Let's just put it that way. So how do you get into real estate? Well, start becoming your own banker, and that way you have your own money to do your own deals. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes time and energy and commitment, but you can do it. So watch Brandon's videos. He talks more about that. How else can you get in? Well, you can have money. Typically, the easiest way to get into a deal is to have W-2 income. If you're going to a bank, they're going to want to see your W-2 income. W-2 income and some cash, 20% to put down on an investment property. That's another way to get in. If you're a guy like me, then you probably need, on your first deal, you might need to find a partner. Talk to your parents. Have they had jobs for 30 years and they have consistent income coming in? Talk to your best friend. Be careful about who you partner with. So I always recommend family. If you love your family and you enjoy spending time with them already and you guys are able to talk and communicate, this is real life stuff, okay guys? Don't get this mixed up with like who you do business with is important. You need to know them because money can change people. So know who you're getting in business with, but you can partner with a W-2 income person that shows a good W-2 income to get that loan for your first property. That would be on a new property, or you could do that same deal and build your own property. Well, now you need to be partnered with somebody who's gonna look out for your best interests on the build. Know your subs or know your GC. Because when you're building a property, just like when you're buying a property that's already been built, you wanna make sure that what you're paying for that property, that property is actually worth that. So if you're building a property that's going to be worth $200,000 when you're done, you don't want to spend all $200,000. You want to have a little bit of equity in that thing. The more something costs and the newer it is, typically your cash flow goes down. If you build something new and your rent's going to cover, your note, your taxes, your insurance, and just a little bit of maintenance because it's brand new, you're not going to need much maintenance, and you might cash flow $100 to $500 a month from it. Okay, maybe. A lot of those new plays, construction or new properties, you're gonna have a higher equity, or you're gonna build equity quicker and your cash flow is gonna be lower. Here's another way to get in. Buy and rehab and hold. You found a property that needs rehab. Again, contractor. What relationships are you gonna have to have? Contractor. So you find people that are doing what you wanna do that you trust already, or find people that other people know that they trust, okay? So you're gonna have to build some relationships here. This is so much a part of this, is building relationships. Also, how you find those deals that you're gonna rehab is about the relationships. But most of our best deals come from off-market properties, and those come from relationships. Church, friends, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta tell them I'm in real estate. I'm looking for deals. And that way, you gotta tell them over and over. Tell people about it. How do we get that financed? Well, that's a whole nother ball game we could go down. On your rehab deals, you can get in these with no money down. You can also get creative on financing on any deal you're looking at right now. If you're looking at possibly getting in deals and you want to learn about being creative, go to Pace Morby. Has classes and courses and a ton of stuff on YouTube. You can learn all those things, creative financing, that you don't necessarily have to go to a bank for. Stop this video, go look at it if you want to come back. So I mentioned one of the videos in the past, I disagree with something that Grant Cardone says. Now, if you're gonna listen to somebody about real estate, Grant knows what he's talking about. I've watched so many of his videos and really just lock in what he says. One thing that I love that he says is he says go to zero. Go to zero means if you got 20 grand, put it in an investment property, that puts you back at zero. You have to be creative to use it to invest. And then if you got zero, if you're at zero, your brain thinks differently than if you got $100,000 sitting in the bank or 20,000, because that is a safety net. Money is a safety net for most of us. The thing that I disagree with Grant Cardone, and only to a certain level really, to be honest with you, he says most people will look at your personal home as your biggest asset. Grant says your personal home is your biggest liability. Let me just tell you a story. The first few real estate deals that my wife and I did, the money that we needed to come up with, because we didn't really know about creative financing yet, came from our house. And we have been in our house for about 10 years, and we were able to go get a HELOC, that is a home equity line of credit, for the equity that we had in our house. That money got us in our first couple deals. We would not have had the money to get into those deals without having the equity in that house. So I do believe that if you do have a home right now and you've been paying on it for a long time, the American dream is gonna say, pay that thing off. Well, let me just give you some numbers. If your dream is to get in a house and stay there for 30 years and pay it off because you say you don't want to have that note, and that note by the time you retire in 30 years will be, that can go to your income. Our property taxes when we moved in were about $150 a month. Our property taxes now are about $300 a month. In another 15 years, our property taxes and our insurance will probably total $700 to $900 a month. That is what our note is. So what I'm saying is, use the money that you have now to build wealth for your future. Money finds opportunity, opportunity finds money. But use that money and opportunity to create an investment and create wealth over long terms. Hey, we're gonna end this right here. Thanks so much for joining us. Check out part 2 of this. So part 2, we're gonna be talking about what is your investment strategy gonna be. That'll be on the next video. If you're getting value from this content, hit that subscribe please and share it with your friends, or leave us a comment. We really want to know what you're up to, how you're doing deals. Have you done any deals? Are you excited to do some deals? Do you have some potential deals? Put them in the comment if you want us to look at those deals for you. We're not experts, but maybe we're just one step ahead or two steps up the ladder. So thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Remember, love God, love others, and let your work reflect that. We'll catch you on the next one.